So recently people have been asking me about XRP, and oftentimes it goes along the lines of like, hey, I heard you're an XRP guy, da 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 da. I am not no XRP guy. I am not no guy for nothing. No crypto, no nothing. And then I also saw a comment. This video is also, it's also inspired by someone saying that the stock market is manipulated. And I agreed with them. I don't think it's a reason not to invest, but I do agree. People are trying to manipulate you, probably even more so in the crypto space. So do I invest in XRP? Yes. Do I have $10,000 into XRP? Yes. That's equal to amount like 5,000 and some change of XRP. Do I think it's going to do good? Yes, I think it's going to do good. I wouldn't invest in it if I didn't think it's going to do good. But do I recommend being an XRP person? No. And what I mean by that is I'll go on social media and I'll see people fucking argue. I'll see people fucking arguing of like, oh, the XRP people are like, oh, Bitcoin sucks, XRP. And then the Bitcoin people are like, XRP is trash. And then you got people everyone's trashing Cardano. I'm an investor in Cardano as well. So here's the thing. I am smart enough to know that I'm stupid enough to know that I do not have a crystal ball, and nobody on the internet has a crystal ball. Do I like XRP with the fact that they're building banks? They're not actually building banks. I mean, I guess they're kind of building banks. I don't know. They're going to have a banking system. They're going to be massively adopted. ETFs, interest rates going down, all leads to good signs for XRP. And I see it as the field of potentiality that my XRP could go up to $600,000, $700,000, $1 million, more than $1 million. Like, I see that as a possibility. So that's why I'm invested in XRP. But if we look at the whole grand scheme of things, it's a little over 5% of my entire portfolio, of my entirety of my portfolio is matched together if you don't include my retirement account. So am I betting the house on XRP? No. Do I think it's speculative? Yes, I think it's highly speculative, meaning that there's a chance it goes to zero. We're speculating on things, and everything is speculative to a certain extent, but XRP doesn't really have a history, right? It's not like selling products. There's a lot of things that must happen for things to come together. So this isn't meant to be negative. It's meant to be sobering, right? Don't put everything into XRP thinking you're going to get rich. Put a little bit in and celebrate if you make an extensual amount of wealth. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. Celebrate if you make a lot of wealth off of it. But don't get caught up in saying that it has a moonshot or nothing and then holding your bag and then losing everything. Allegedly, we might be entering a crypto bull run or an altcoin season, as they like to say. Allegedly. I'm already up like $3,000 in XRP. So I'm on a good start. I just built the position earlier or later last year, late last year, like in December. So that's good for me. But here's the thing. I am not married to XRP. I'm not married. If it shoots up to $7 a coin, I am going to take enough money out, probably so much so, I'm probably going to take at least $10,000 out. So then my XRP investment costs nothing. I am actually just riding on house shares, so to speak. And that's how I operate with investments. I don't say, hey, it's got to be all or nothing. I trim my investments, and I recommend you do that as well. This is not financial advice. Don't, whatever. You're supposed to say that shit. But I trim, I'm not going to, how many stories I've heard of even brilliant fucking entrepreneurs getting into investing, and then like they just don't have the investing mindset, and they go in on a coin and then they happen to lose everything. I don't see that as that possible, right? Because I make sure that I don't lose. That's the thing. You want to make, if we do hit altcoin season and things get hype and drunk out of control, take some money off the table while you're building. You don't have to sell an entire position, right? But sell enough to where you take your initial investment And there's so many opportunities out there. You don't have to ride on just one opportunity. Don't put all your eggs in one basket, and don't listen to the hype. Something that I will say over and over again is a Warren Buffett quote: when the market is scared, be greedy. When the market is greedy, be scared. So if we do enter an alt season and everyone's hyped up on these coins, and it starts feeling like everyone's getting drunk off hype and nothing could go possibly wrong, that's when you need to be the most weary. And when that happens, you're going to be in the green. You might be tripling your investments and things like that, maybe quadrupling, maybe 10x, who knows? Wherever it hits, like if you're at $7 XRP, please fucking sell some of it, at least your initial investment, or at least walk away with something where it's like when you were at the highest, you trimmed some and you kept that money. And the faster and higher things shoot up, the more you should trim it. Because when things shoot up fast, they're going to fall down, they're going to correct really quickly as well, right? So you kind of want slow growth, not complaining about fast growth. I like fast growth. The way I look at, if something goes up hyper speed, then I'm going to trim it and then put it into more stable investments. Point blank period. So that's my recommendation. That's my thoughts around market manipulation, crypto, investing in XRP. That seems to be a big one. I'm into Ethereum, XRP, Cardano, Bitcoin. Not saying that you should follow my every move, but I'm not an XRP guy. I'm a guy that invests in opportunities, and I don't sell my whole household into one investment, because that's insane. You don't want to lose everything. You don't want to get rug pulled. Keep your independence and keep an independent mind outside of the outside noise, and consider everybody as a potential liar. Or just know that people don't have crystal balls, okay? I personally have crystal balls. That sounded dirty. Anyway, that's what I got to say today. Be responsible with your investing, and really stay centered, and then you're going to win. If you're patient, you're going to win. And that's all there is to it.